For 6 months, I'd been having pain in my breast, and I kept going to the doctor and saying, this hurts, what's wrong? And they said, oh, probably too much caffeine. You just had a baby a few years ago. Your mammography came back normal. And I just walked away with assurance that I was fine. But my intuition knew something different. I didn't have time for cancer. And Dr. Quinlan walks in, and he puts his glasses down on the end of his nose, and he says, all right, let's take a look. Pulls down the gown. I'm like, could you take me to dinner first? Or, good grief. I go to the mammography thing. Now we're going to squish it. I had a friend come over, and she said, you know, Heidi, we ought to document your life for your son in case you don't make it. I'm like, well, thanks a lot. But with chemotherapy, what happens, ladies? You lose your hair. Well, it didn't really happen in that succession for me. We only have a few minutes, so I can go into this. I'm in the shower, and all of a sudden, I look at my soap, and it looks like a mouse. I said, oh, so that's where you lose it first. Nice. Nice. So anyhow, the baldness is just not on your head, okay? You lose it everywhere. So I had my head shaved. And I got done, and I only had a small mirror because I didn't want to see too much. So I looked, I'm like, okay, all right, okay, my head's pretty cute. This is working. And my husband out of the blue says, yeah, and you thought I would go bald first. Like, where's the tenderness right now? With hair loss comes wigs. So my way of coping with that was to advance to wigs that made me personally happy. This is just one sample. My breast surgeon, she said, I want to be with you while we take the bandages off. And I can tell you to this day, I probably never had a more important moment with a human being. Because for a moment, she wasn't a doctor anymore. She was a woman. And she just held my hand. And she looked with me. But that act of kindness, for her to do that with me, it wasn't a nurse, it was her. That meant a lot. Now, mind you, I was 30 pounds less than I am now. I didn't have any breasts. Well, the problem is they didn't have any size B breasts, they had the Ds. You know, like she showed you, I mean, please, really, honestly. So, and does this look like a breast? I'm not sure. I had this naked mannequin. Ugh, okay, I'm in the parking lot now, crying, because I'm the broken mannequin, you get it, like a metaphor. So I have to fix this thing. It wouldn't fit in my trunk. Guess where it ended up? I buckled in and I'm like, okay, here we go. We're driving home.
So what's with the wine glass?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I almost forgot. Yeah. My doctor said I could have 1 glass of wine a day. I wanted to acclimate people to the idea that losing your breasts is a very, very awful experience, but not the worst experience. I wanted to make it okay. Thank you, everyone.